Okay, so today we are going to review a renter's insurance policy. A renter's insurance policy usually means that you're moving into an apartment or you already live in an apartment and that complex really wants you to carry liability coverage. But with a renter's insurance policy, we not only will give you coverage for liability, but also some coverage for your contents or personal property or just the regular jargon, your clothes and furniture, things that you're going to be moving into the unit with. That is your personal property. So a rental policy usually runs for 1 year. And so, for example, the policy will start September 3rd and it will expire September 3rd of the following year. When it comes up for expiration, you will get a notification in the mail, usually 45 to 30 days, like, hey, do you want to renew this rental policy? Usually the rental policy will tell you your policy number, like I said, the effective date, and it will list all the names that is on the lease. Usually there's only 2 names on a lease. If there's multiple names on the lease, then that will appear on the bottom section of your policy declaration. So on the top, you'll see, for example, it'll say Kerry Clinton, you give your address and your telephone number. Sometimes you'll see your name and address and insured location because your billing could be done by your corporate office or someone else or a different address that pays your bills or you want your bills to go to. So sometimes your mailing address could be different from your property address. Right in that section also should list your insurance company. It should list the insurance company's name, and it will probably list the name of the agency. So there's 2 different things, right? You have the insurance company that pays out your claims that you're paying your insurance policy to, and then you have the agent, someone like me who works for maybe the in-house agency, which in this case is called Clovered.com, Clovered Incorporated, but we are offering you a renter's policy through Universal. What's the difference? You'll call me to say, hey, my name is not right, or, I haven't moved into the unit, can you change the effective date? Or I think I have a claimable event, and we can talk about it before you actually decide to file a claim. Usually on your insurance policy, it's going to list the basic coverages, basically what the price is. Let's say it's $182. Then you'll have any endorsements or premium credits to that actual policy, which in this case, let's just say it's about $13. Because let's say in the building that you live, they actually monitor it for fire. So you might get a discount for fire. And it's a small discount, but it's still a discount on your insurance policy. So that will make your insurance premium about $169 for insurance for your property. Under that, you will see, the form type. The form type just means it's a renter's policy. So for a homeowner's policy, it's a different form type, but for a renter's policy, it's an HO4 policy. It will list the construction type of the property, the year built of the property, and, other information such as, the county it resides in, are you including wind or not including wind, and does, the discounts for a sprinkler system is on that policy declaration page. Now, when you get down to the actual limits, like, this policy is $169 for the year, what does it actually cover? A policy like this will cover you for, first, your personal property, and it generally starts off at $20,000. So at $20,000, your clothes that you move in the unit with, if that was ruined due to a fire, water damage, it will be covered on your insurance policy. It is subject to a deductible. The next coverage on your policy is usually loss of use. Loss of use is usually based on this amount of contents, about $4,000. So let's say the unit caught on fire, or you had to move out of the unit because there was an issue due to a claimable event. We will pay you up to $4,000 to live somewhere else while your apartment is being renovated or fixed. The next coverage on here, which is what the apartment complex want or the HOA want, is to see that you have at least $100,000 of liability and $1,000 worth of medical payments. So liability, let's say you have your housewarming party, someone comes on your property and they trip and fall. You have a $1,000 in medical payments. The policy would pay out for that. But let's say that's exhausted, or you run into slander, you end up into your liability policy, which is 100,000. So it's just actually an extra buffer for you to absorb these claims before, they try to go after the complex. They're trying to make sure that if you're the one responsible for these events, that it's covered on your insurance policy. Your deductible for a renter's policy is generally between $500 and $1,000. Listen, it's best for you to stick with a $500 deductible, because think about it, your contents is what the deductible is for. So if you're covering your contents for 20,000, that means you're already starting off at 19,500 because you have a $500 deductible. So let's say you had a cleanable event where, there was a fire in the unit, all your items was lost. Your policy will say, okay, you have $20,000 worth of coverage on your policy, but your deductible is 500, so the check could be more or less 19,500. So you want to make sure that's clear and understand what your deductible is. Now, on a renter's policy, you might have to list the HOA or the rental community business name on your policy. Make sure you let your agent know if you do have to list the renting company on your policy, and we'll be kind enough to fax over or email a copy of your policy to your realtor or the rental company. We can make sure that that process is easy and efficient for you. Due to our timing, a lot of everything can be done via electronic signing. So once you accept the policy, you can pay for your renter's policy via check by phone, check online, check with the agent, or a credit card payments. Most companies will accept all payments except for American Express, maybe, but most companies probably will accept that as well. You can pay for your policy in full. You can pay in semi-annually, meaning 2 payments, or you can pay in 4 payments. Just remember, when you do take a payment plan, that means that you're going to incur maybe some charges, because now we have to mail you your documents or your billing statement every quarter, just for you to make sure that you pay for your policy. So that's the only reason why. However, if you pay for it in full, you don't have to worry about any of those charges. So once again, this is an overview on an HO4 policy, which is a renter's insurance policy. If you have any questions, feel free to visit clovered.com. That's CLOVERED.com, or give us a call, 833-255-4117. My name is Carrie Clinton, and I am a part of the business development team. And this is my energy and passion to make sure that you're covered and you transition your risk services over to us, so that you don't have to worry about, coming out of pocket should a claim arise. For $169, between $169 and $257, you can get a renter's insurance policy. Give us a call. I am a part of the Universal Property Division, and we're an in-house agency, Clover.